Is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always.
You're hot.
Free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right, let's get started. Good afternoon and welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show, where we talk about money, real estate, investing, and anything that impacts your financial future. I am Larry Steinhouse, and joining me today is the always brilliant Dr. Deb Anderson, back in the studio.
Back in the studio.
And once again, providing calm logic and adult supervision.
Adult supervision.
I love the way ChatGPT knows exactly how this show goes, right? So Omri is going to be skipping this one today, but don't worry, we got plenty to cover, and we got the show packed with insight. We also have a special guest joining us, Maria Quattrone, who is one of the top real estate agents in the region. Maria is going to give us some real boots-on-the-ground insight into what's happening in today's real estate market, pricing, inventory, buyers, sellers, interest rates, and what people actually need to know if they're thinking about buying or selling right now. Boy, that's a mouthful. We're also going to dig into stock options investing, interest rates, wealth-building strategies, plus the latest economy, politics, and current events that affect your money and your long-term plans. If it impacts your finances, it's fair game on today's show. Hey, we're broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters, where people don't just talk about investing, they actually learn how to do it. And don't forget, you can RSVP for the free closed...
You can't speak at all today. Did you have any gluten? Have you been eating like bagels and stuff this morning?
No.
Okay.
But what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that you can't seem to speak when you eat that stuff.
I'm reading too fast.
All right.
They actually learn how to do it. And don't forget how you can...
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do
RSVP
it.
for a free Thursday night class at investorschooling.com. I want to thank our sponsors. First of all, marketing agency near you is the team behind all our websites, including Investor Schooling, Sultan Income Fund, LarrySteinhouse.com, and our charity Live27. Grab your free marketing plan by going to yourfreeplan.com. That's yourfreeplan.com, and Dan Jones will make you a beautiful website. PB Adjusting, helping homeowners get more money for their insurance claims at pbadjusting.com. Listen, as I said before, if this weather is crazy, if you were impacted by the weather and your house has frozen pipes or anything like that, go to pbadjusting.com and have him take care of it for you. The Joe Keller team at Cross Country Mortgage. Oh boy, we got a gift for you. We got a gift for you. Omri's here. Omri made it, so he's going to be walking in any second now. Come on in, Omri. The Joe Keller team at Cross Country Mortgage, the only people that I trust to get a mortgage, especially for loans over $2 million. You can call Joe Keller directly at 215-817-9084. And remember, it's a call-in show. If you've got questions about real estate investing, mortgages, stock options, or financial decision you're wrestling with, we want to hear from you at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Use your immigrant to say numbers. 855-939-1137.
What good are you?
You should do it in Hebrew one day. Do the numbers in Hebrew.
You're no good if you don't do this. If you don't do the numbers.
855-939-1137. So the funny thing is, I was pretty sure you replaced me for a pretty lady.
We're always replacing you for a pretty lady. Doesn't do anything for me, though.
Pretty lady anytime.
Doesn't do anything for me, though, but it'll do something for Larry. So that's all good.
It became too serious, this show now.
Yeah,
that's 855-939-1137. Please call us at 855-939-1137.
What is it?
1137.
Is that the number?
Yes.
All right, so I'm so glad you're here, man.
I'm here. I'm happy to be here, too.
I know. So we have Maria Quattrone here.
Yes.
So
pleasure.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Maria is one of the top real estate agents.
Awesome.
You're actually in Philadelphia County, right?
Yeah, we handle most of the Philadelphia market on the Pennsylvania side and soon to be New Jersey side.
That's pretty cool. So she's a Philadelphia real estate agent, right? Of all the places in the world.
Yeah. She chose Philly?
She chose Philly.
Or Philly chose her. We never know.
I don't know. Maybe she's got that Italian thing, that Italian vibe going on. So maybe it's because of that.
Born and raised Philadelphian.
So you know all the things in Philadelphia.
All the good stuff and unfortunately all the bad stuff.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, we all know my opinion of real estate agents.
Yes.
What do I think of real estate agents?
There are two places to invest in this world. One
No,
is
that's-
in
No, that's Philadelphia. I
That's
said real estate
Philadelphia. Real
agents.
estate agents. You're not
on
listening.
agents.
Yeah,
You're not
you know,
listening.
would you pay? You know, I know you just walked in.
Yeah,
Welcome to the show.
yeah. I'm just.
Welcome to the Larry
the
Steinhouse
headphones that
show.
you're wearing on your head,
I'm-
that's so you can listen to what I say.
Are you bragging about listening? Are you hearing so well right now?
Yes,
You know what's funny? Larry finally has his hearing aids, and he can actually
Yes,
I got
hear
him
things
hearing
for the
aids.
first
I
time
know.
ever. He can finally hear
I
what we're
got new
saying.
hearing aids and I hear everything.
Please
now.
remove
It's
them.
hysterical.
It is. It's not only hysterical. I hear everything. It's like
It's-
it's almost obnoxious. I'm walking down the hallway. I'm like, what does that sound? Oh, that's my sneakers on the floor.
That's
You have
great.
supersonic hearing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
he's so deaf usually that you have to repeat it like 12 times and he still doesn't hear it. So now he hears.
Now I can hear
even
everything.
when Omri's saying something wrong, it's
So
hysterical.
Omri,
Yes,
the question was,
yes.
what do I think about real estate agents?
You talk about real tours.
Realtors. No, he's talking about realtors.
Realtor.
You mean the word that they can't
Realtors.
even, the real estate agents can't even pronounce?
Realtor?
Wait, how do you say that word?
Realtors.
It's realtor.
Yeah, it's realtor.
Realtor.
It's not realtor, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it amazes me. How long have you been a realtor? I've been a realtor for 10 years. Well, how about saying the word right?
He's yeah.
This is what I'm up against every single day in this
Very
in this
Yeah,
business.
I
So
know.
if you can't say what you actually do, how could you even do a transaction?
Right, and you know
Correct.
what? I am not a realtor. I have a brokerage and I have a license, a real estate license. Now, I do very few deals, but I am not a realtor because I refuse to pay the extortion money.
Yeah, well, that's as we say, you got to pay the juice if you want to be a realtor.
Yeah, and I actually chose not to. I actually decided that it would be much, much better not to be a realtor because, first of all, the National Association of Realtors has basically thrown the realtors under the bus. You know about this, right? Or are we going to go there or are we not going to go there? Because if you don't want to go there, we don't have to go there. You know, if you're afraid, if you're afraid somebody might actually care about your opinion, I'm sure they don't, because National Association of Realtors doesn't care about anything except one thing, which is
Money.
money.
Yeah, we learned that with the stupid lock boxes, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Because I am.
The National Association of Realtors.
No, I got that.
Oh,
but what are we
so-
talking about? The lock boxes?
So the lock boxes. So here's an interesting thing. So I'm assuming you never use the electronic lock boxes.
That's correct.
Yeah, because you're smart.
We use the push button.
Yeah,
and we have different ones for
Whatever,
different
right,
houses.
Right, you use a lockbox.
How many
You give me a
keys and-
code, and you walk up to it, and you push the buttons, and you know. Right. So there used to be less and less realtors are using the electronic lockbox. Thank goodness. But the electronic lockbox is the biggest, dumbest, stupidest thing ever created by realtors.
Is that the Supra thing?
The super box, yeah,
The
right.
Super box. Okay.
So what they did was they said, "Hey, we're going to make things more secure by putting it into this electronic garbage that is no easier, that's no harder to break into than any other lockbox, and we're going to make it so you have to use some kind of phone app to open up the box to get the key." So what do you think? What do you think right away is going to be a problem?
People knowing how to use it properly.
Yep, that's
But,
one.
so what happened in Philadelphia County is we refused to do it.
Good.
So
You guys are smart.
we never did it.
That's great.
I don't even have, after 20, this is my 23rd year in the industry, I never even had one of those keys.
So the idea is that basically people can take advantage. So people can a realtor can give the code to somebody else to go and see the house. He has
Well,
to deal
cannot.
with his
It's
own
not even
phone.
that simple, right?
That's the idea, right?
No,
right.
you can't do
So you
that.
have to show
No,
up
no,
with
I
the
understand,
real
but what-
estate agent or the realtor with the code.
Correct.
And the code, they have to open the code to open the box, right? But here's the thing: like, Philadelphia County has their own system. Bucks County has their own system. So if I'm a Bucks County realtor and I go to Philadelphia to be a realtor and I want to go show a house there and they have an electronic box, I can't get into the electronic box anyway.
Because you're not part of the
'Cause I'm not
association.
part
You
of
have
the
to get
association, right.
you have to get the key. It's a whole big thing. So
It
we
is
decided
such
a
a
long time ago
disaster.
not to participate.
So many years ago, when I was a realtor, because I decided to pay the extortion money, I was on the task force to eliminate them in Bucks County. And we had like 6 of us on the task force, and we brought all the reasons we brought it to the office, the Bucks County Association of Realtors office, and we brought this up, and we said how bad these things are, how, you know, like, I mean, how the keys don't work, and nobody can get in, and blah, and whatever, right? And if the agent doesn't subscribe to it, they can't get in, and we kept talking about it. We kept giving all the reasons they should, and you know what? You want to know what it came down to? It came down to that the company that makes the electronic lockbox pays the Bucks County Association of
course.
Realtors $150,000 a year.
Wow.
Of course.
And the Bucks County Association said, we can't live without that money. Oh, I thought you were on our side. No, we exist for one purpose, too.
Make money.
That's exactly right. And that's when I quit.
Wow.
That's when I said, bye-bye, I'm no longer a realtor. I will be a real estate agent with a brain instead of a realtor with being extorted. Anyway, that was kind of like a weird tangent.
Are they still doing that? I don't even know.
Oh, there's a lot of people still using electronic lockbox.
I don't think so. I don't see them anymore.
No, you don't see them that often. But you remember we went to see a house and you went to see the lady had an electronic lockbox?
Yeah.
And I called her up and I said, listen, meet me there. You got to open the door. She goes, why, you don't have one? I go, absolutely not. I refuse to use them. And she goes, oh, that's all right. There's a combination lockbox on the side door. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's a solution that they're
Yeah,
using.
the
But I
solution
see
is-
very few.
The solution
I
is-
haven't seen
know,
one in a
exactly.
while.
Yeah.
It's so dopey. But anyway, so Maria, we have you here not to talk about realtors and how dumb they are. We have you here because you're one of the smart ones.
Larry.
Well, thank you very much, Larry.
You know, it's just poor Maria comes in, doesn't know what she's waiting for, what's expecting, and she's got her eyes wide.
I'm
you
rolling
know?
with the punches.
Do you
Yeah.
see what we're dealing with every week here?
Yes, this is classic Larry. I'm not gonna interrupt you, and I'm not gonna be not nice to you. But let me tell you why realtors are stupid. Hey, let's get into this conversation. So
if you want to be part of
Maria's
this,
like, I go. Maria had me on her podcast the other day. So Maria does a really great podcast called
Be the solution.
The Solutions, a really great podcast, and so I was like, let me reciprocate. I'll have Maria on on our show, right?
sure.
And I said, and I'm thinking, she doesn't know what she's in for.
No.
And she's
poor
like,
thing.
and she goes, yes, I'll be on your show. And then I'm like, now you have to bear the brunt of how much I hate realtors.
Yeah.
So
well,
if you wanna
you're not
save
the
the
first one, and you won't be the last.
Yeah, exactly.
it's my job to interrupt. If you wanna save the realtor during the show, call us at 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
855.
855-939-1137. If you're
And you
Alex,
can talk to Maria Quattro, and you
Yes.
can find out how you can have her as your realtor because she's actually a good one.
if you are Alex, we are at
You know what's funny?
855
You know how much
What?
bad? You know what bad realtors cost?
To what? To
You know,
agent?
like bad realtors. You know what they charge to sell your house? You know what a bad realtor charges to
It
sell your
doesn't
house?
matter. They won't sell your
The
house.
same amount of money as a good realtor.
Exactly. So it's funny because there are realtors that still believe that we are in the summer of 2023 market.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I met
But we
someone.
are in a Maria. What do you think? You still getting overpriced offers?
No, not in Philadelphia County.
Oh, okay.
We're lucky if some of them sell.
Really? Wow, it's that
Yeah.
bad, huh?
Yeah, it is. And you really need to understand each neighborhood. Like, for example, where I personally live downtown, there's only 2 months of inventory. But if you go, a mile away, there could be 6 months of inventory.
So can you explain that when you say there's 2 months of inventory or 6 months of inventory? What does that mean?
So a normal market is between 5 and 6 months, equally buyer seller. It's evened out. Anything over 9 months of inventory is a buyer's market, and anything under 4 months is a seller's market.
Okay.
So that means when I say the amount of inventory, it's about absorption rates. How many houses will absorb in this amount of time? So, for example, let's just say you live in an area where there's 9 months of inventory. When I'm meeting with the seller, I'll talk with them and say, listen, how long do you have to sell this house? Because if not one other home comes on the market today, it will and could take up to 9 months for your house to sell based on the current amount of inventory. Okay. So it's extremely critical that we have the right strategy and the right pricing coming out of the gate so that you're not sitting on the market for 9 months. And I'm not calling you saying you have to adjust the price. Tell me which one you want to do.
So when you say there's 2 months of inventory or 4 months, that you say that's how long it's going to take to sell your house. That's what you mean.
Well, I don't say it could take less.
Right.
It depends on what the pricing is.
Okay.
And it depends on the price point. So, for example,
if it's priced correctly.
Well, for example,
Okay.
let's just say this house in the Graduate Hospital area is priced at $400,000. It's probably going to sell in a week's time
Okay.
because there's hardly any houses priced in that price range. And there's demand, and 70% of consumers can only afford $400,000 and less. So you have a much bigger pool. So there's a lot of like very intricate detail that most real estate people, realtors or real estate agents don't understand about the market and about how it really, 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 really works. And so that's why you have a lot of, deals that blow up and bad transactions. And I get a lot of headaches from all these people because they're not, it's a very complicated business. It's not as easy as you throw the house on the market. I'm a psychologist. I'm an emotional, caregiver to people. I have people that lost family members and were selling their parents' home. Somebody just died. Like, there's so many things that go into this industry. And that's why there's very, very few who are very, very, very good at it. It takes a lot. It takes business acumen. It takes empathy. It takes skill set and understanding. It takes the market, understanding numbers, and understanding people and how they work.
You know what she is, right?
She's a good realtor.
She's the Brian of real estate.
Oh, that's funny you say that.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny you said.
Because
but nobody understands your reference, but I do.
We have a student who became expert and in stock option, and he's also became.
He works here now.
He works here now, correct? Yeah. And he also became
he's part of our fund. Yeah.
Very big part of the fund.
Yeah.
And he is very good in analyzing, and that's why he's so good. He's very different than the way Larry do it, but he's very good in analyzing, and that's what you just showed. It's not about how the market is hot, the market is cold. It's a seller's market. It's a buyer's market. You actually did the math about how much time a property will be on the market to decide if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market, which I think is astonishing.
So what did you say? It was 6 months or less as a seller's market, and
four
months seller's market. Yeah. So here's my question to you, especially in Philly, because there's a bunch of wholesalers. Like, what's your take on the wholesalers and the whole wholesaling thing?
Great question.
Yeah, because they we're always, here at Investor Schooling, I'm on a bunch of lists for wholesalers so I can buy properties, and I kind of cut the real estate agent out completely. So what is your take coming from the other end of that?
That's a good question. And
that's why I'm a doctor.
Yes, I see. So,
Omri's giving me this look.
Real wholesaling
okay,
is you buy the property off market direct from the seller, the owner, and you close on it.
That's correct.
And then you renovate it and you put a tenant.
That's not correct. No. That's not correct. That's fix and flip. But real wholesaling is buying the property and then closing on it and then selling it to somebody else for more money.
You could do that. But a lot of clients back in the day, let's talk 20 years ago, okay? The guys, and I say guys because that's who a lot of these people were at that time.
Sure.
They'd buy it direct from the person. They would, a lot of times, sometimes they put it back on the market. Sometimes they renovate it and they put a tenant in it.
Yeah.
Or they renovated and flipped it.
No, they're not wholesaler then.
Yeah,
no,
but that's okay.
They're buying direct. They're buying direct. So they was buying direct.
Right.
Now, people say wholesaling. They're basically assigning a contract.
Right.
And I don't like it for lots of reasons. I've had to clean up a lot of these situations where they're basically buying it at retail from the buyer, from the seller, or not even at retail, worse, overpriced. They put it on the MLS for even more. It sits for 60 days, and then the seller's still not sold, and they were told that they would have a closing. So now they're sitting here with these properties, and in other cases I've seen, people make on just a piece of paper $50,000 because they told the seller that that's what it was worth. And then here they're coming in, they're collecting their check for 50 and somebody else is buying for 50 more. And then you got a seller there who's like, oh my God, like I could have gotten this much more money had I put it out on the market. So I'm not a big fan personally.
Well, it's a complete competition for a real estate agent.
Sure. I mean, absolutely. That's why I asked the question, right?
And
it's competition.
In fact, about more than a decade ago, a big part of my business was I would find opportunities for investors off market, whether we brought them to market or we sold them to another investor, and then they would buy it, they would renovate it or build the house or whatever, and then we would get the listing back. my whole business model basically collapsed because it was very difficult to compete against the wholesalers and the amount of, mailers and whatever they were putting out.
So then,
and,
how do you put yourself above the wholesalers? Like, how do you make,
Well,
how
I
do you
don't-
make yourself stand out? I don't say above. I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, how do you make yourself stand out against the wholesalers so the competition is less?
So I
that
think
you're
it's really
more successful.
I think that industry today is very difficult in regards to finding those opportunities, and I choose
For wholesaling?
Yeah, I choose to spend my time elsewhere, where it's going to be higher margins for us, less headache, and there's a lot of tangled titles in Philadelphia. I changed the entire way we're doing business at the end of last year because of so many issues that we faced with negligent agents, inspections, killing deals, midstream because the agent couldn't communicate properly with the buyer, title not being able to clear after we did all the work, we're a week from closing, and you didn't know you had $50,000 in liens or judgments or child support or all this other BS that people just lie, okay? Or old mortgages and all these things. So we actually changed the way we're structuring how we're listing property. And
Tell me about that. That sounds interesting.
yes. So it's called the Gold Standard, a concierge home selling system. And what we're doing is, let's say, you want to put your house on the market. One of the things that I look to other industries when I decide how I'm going to change and do things. And I looked at the car industry and I'm like, nobody's buying a used car, a pre-owned car without it being inspected. Why are we buying houses and putting them under contract without an inspection? Like, why?
You talk about residential that go between private parties.
So, yes, you want to sell your house? Your house you've had it for 20 years.
Sorry.
You kept it, your maintenance, but you don't know everything that's going on. When's the last time you had a home inspection?
Right, but I guess as an investor, I'm not as worried about it in a home inspection. Like, that's not going to be a deal breaker for me.
No, this is for more retail buyers,
Okay.
buyers that are buying houses to live in.
Okay.
So we do a pre-inspection as
So
the seller.
I just bought a $3 million house without an inspection.
Well, you're not the normal person.
Well, that's an
For
understatement.
so many
and,
reasons.
and for so many reasons. I agree with
I
that.
actually not even sure. What I did was I put down that I was going to have it inspected for, just for knowledge reasons only, but
Yes.
that I would ask for nothing.
Yes, and we negotiate like that.
Yeah, it was just so it was, and could I have backed out if there was something serious? Yeah, I could have,
Yes.
but I also knew there wasn't going to be. But I also wanted to know what I needed to fix.
Exactly.
So I go in the house knowing I need to fix a couple of little things like the fireplace. So I got to change the chimney liner in the fireplace, and there was a potential leak. There was like a leak waiting to happen in the basement, and I fixed that. So I just wanted to have these things done.
So
But I wanted the house so badly that I just didn't care.
So there's a question that I have for you. So the house that I live in now is before I met was involved in all this stuff here, and we had a house inspection. And the house is a nice house. Like, I live 5 minutes away from here. It's a nice house, but my inspector almost killed it for me because he's like, "There's a leak here," and I'm like,
Yep.
"Oh my God, what does that mean?" You know what I mean? Like, because they don't really properly explain anything. Because they're going through the house because they know what they're doing. But I almost lost this house. It's a great house because there was a leak in the toilet downstairs. And I'm like, well, what does that mean for me? And they're like, well, this is dirty water and this is this and this is that. And I'm like, and he practically scared me off.
Yeah, that's the inspector going, let me show you. You're going to give me $500 and I'm going to show you how great I am.
I know,
And
but
I hate inspectors for that.
But I'm saying, like, I'm telling you, we almost said no to the house because, well, what does dirty water mean? And what does that mean that I have a leak here? And how's that going to affect this house? And, like, is this a big thing? And I'm realizing now it was absolutely nothing.
Right. So what if that house was already pre-inspected and you already saw the inspection report that the seller did by a qualified inspector, and the seller found out that there was this issue? The seller could have easily, if they were capable, fixed it.
Yeah.
We address it in a punch list report. Here are the items that came up. The seller is aware of them and they have been fixed, and here's the receipt. Now it gives you confidence to move forward with the sale before you even put the offer in.
So you're doing pre-inspections.
Pre-inspections.
when they
by
list the house.
by a third party.
Very
By a
nice.
third party.
Pre-inspections,
By a third party.
right? All houses
Now,
get
who's paying for the inspection?
Yeah,
you
who's
or
paying?
you
the
as
seller's
agent or
paying.
seller?
It's
Okay.
their house. And you know what? We just did one in Delaware County in Lansdale, and what came up was there was a lot of electrical problems that were actually problems. And the sellers were very happy that they did it because they were able to address it. And some of them really needed to be fixed, like ASAP. And they had no idea. They're not an electrician. So they fixed them by a qualified inspector. We included that in our package online. And what happened was we sold that property for asking price. And we also offered, because the property was priced at under $300, it was $285. We also offered upfront a $5,000 buyer concession so that the buyer closing costs were already figured in to the cost. So there's all these little details, and people always ask me, like, what are the things that sell a house? I said, all of them. I have to do all of these things because I don't know which one is going to work for which property. So like having the home warranty, virtual staging if it's not an occupied home. If it is an occupied home, does it need some light staging done? Like, are the things that definitely have to get fixed? Like, curb appeals, everything. If your front door hasn't been painted in a few years, let's get a coat of paint on it. I got my guy. He can come put a coat of paint. Let's get a nice reef on door. Let's put a mat. It says, welcome home. Every detail matters when being a strong listing broker. And to
This is why
sell.
I'm a terrible real estate agent because I'm not into details. We're going to go to commercial in a minute, but first of all, before we go to commercial, why don't you tell everybody how to spell your name because that's
Maria.
crazy. And
Quattrone.
right, who would know how to spell Quattrone?
Yeah, spell Quattrone.
Quattrone.
I got it wrong actually. And then
Yeah, I was pretty sure she's an Audi. She said Quattro.
No, Quattrone, she said.
Quattrone. Maria Alina Quattrone.
And then how can people get a hold of you if they want to use you as a real estate agent?
They can call me direct 215-694-3903. That's my personal cell phone number. Call me there anytime.
Give it again.
215-694-3903. Or you can email me at maria@callmq.com.
At call CALL.
CALLMQ, my initials, .com.
Very cool. Hey, give the phone number before we go.
That's mine, hers.
No, our phone.
What phone number now?
Our phone number.
That's 855-939-1137.
And you could call in and talk to us, and you could talk to
Yes,
Maria
and
and
you
ask her all
can
kinds
ask
of questions.
Maria's question and argue with her.
You would have
about-
thought that Maria would have like people calling in the show already because she knew she was going to be on a radio
No,
show.
don't
with a phone
call
number.
yourself. It will ruin the whole vibe. 855-939-1137. You can call us with any question, and of course, we have a real estate expert here in the studio with us today, a Philadelphia real estate expert. 855-939-1137.
I'm not sure. Is that an oxymoron?
That's you call me a moron now?
No, an oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
What did you
Philadelphia
just-
real estate expert. Never mind.
That's it is an oxymoron. You're right. You're right. That's who are we? What? That's 855-939-1137. Commercial, please.
Clear.
Just schooling. Listen, you need to take a complimentary class this Thursday. You need to learn how to invest in real estate. You need to learn how to invest in the stock market. You need to learn how to
We're
invest in
not
stock
normal,
options. And you
fun.
need to learn how to make
So
more money
good.
than you've ever made before. Why aren't
Hey, Jeff,
you
move your
here?
microphone.
I like it.
Come to
Microphone,
investorschooling.com,
boom,
take a
move it
complimentary
that
class
way.
this Thursday, and learn.
Push
That's
it.
investorschooling.com. Take your complimentary
Oh, thank
class
you. I need
this
one.
Thursday. We'll see you there. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. How many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet. You're going to learn real estate investing. You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn things about money that you didn't even know existed. Go to investorschooling.com right now. Oh my goodness. This Thursday,
I know, so much
investorschooling.com,
better.
and take that free class. See you there. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen,
matter?
I know sometimes you
I was
worry
thinking,
about
should I
coming
told
to
somebody
see me
to
because you
call?
don't want to
Yes,
invest
yeah,
in real
whatever you
estate
want.
because you don't want to deal with
Only if they're
toilets,
nice.
trash, or tenants. I'm going to teach you
Don't
a
call
way
the
that you don't have to
bastards.
deal with toilets, trash, or tenants, or even own any real estate and invest in
This
real
works
estate at the
better. I
same
can
time.
actually read it
You
much
want
better.
to learn this, so go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and take a complimentary class this Thursday. And I promise you, no toilets,
No
no
trash, no tenants.
Hey, this is Larry.
All right, we can come back in 30, or unless you want a little more time.
Yeah, come back and
Hey,
it's Glenn!
Great
You
clients.
didn't notice?
No.
It
was Kurt. Hey, Glenn.
Larry's a great teacher.
Hey, Omri.
What's that?
Thinking about
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
many of the things that he's taught me.
I'm excited that you're here.
Stand by.
I'm
Investor
excited.
Schooling, and you could be just like change your financial life. Go to investorschooling.com. We will see you Thursday.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
You're back.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. It is
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I am Larry Steinhouse. I'm here with Dr. Deb Anderson, the smartest person in the room always, because she's a doctor, right? I'm here with Omri Morad, and of course we have a special guest star.
Yes.
Guest star or guest? What would she be?
Guest star. Just go with
she's
guest
pretty
star.
much a
Guest star, okay.
Yes.
Maria Quattrone, who's talking to us about how cool it is to be a good realtor.
Yes.
And actually say the word right, realtor.
Yes. Also her last name, which is Quattron and not Quattro.
Quattrone.
Yeah,
Quattrone.
it's Quattron.
Right.
Yes.
So how cool is that?
Very
You have to
important.
bring Maria. You got to just need the microphone just closer. Just drag it, pull it. There you go.
There
No
you go.
problem. It won't break. You know, we have very expensive equipment here.
I see.
I spent money on expensive
Whew, you,
equipment.
you sure did. I mean, this is impressive.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's a bit of a mess right now because we're moving, but we're not moving. But we moved back into here. We used to be over there, and then we moved back into here, and then we building next door. So everything's a mess. We're
Yeah, there's
using
stuff
part,
everywhere.
you can't even see it in the cameras, but we're using like part of this room to store garbage for stuff that we haven't taken out yet. So my apologies to you that you haven't seen it beautiful, but it's still pretty cool. All right. So, Army, give the phone number one more time.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. You can call us with any question. 855-939-1137. And today in the studio we have Maria Quattron, who is
Hey.
a real estate... What?
Do you know why no one's calling, right?
Why?
Because Passport Mommy was on before us.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was
Right.
late. I
So
was
it's
falling
like,
asleep.
It's like let's have a show that no one listens to.
So
and
I
everybody
wanted to
tries
ask Maria a question.
Can I ask you a question? Why aren't we go and being a guest in her show?
Sure.
She
we
was.
need to.
We should be a guest, and we could tell her how bad her show is.
I don't know if we should.
Oh, Passport Mommy show. Anyway, so I have a question for Maria. Can we get away from Passport Mommy for a minute? All right. So I want to know.
Yes.
I want to know about the
Can we move on?
tchotchkes that a lot of
we
real
move
estate
on?
agents use. Like, so I get these little calendars and the Philly things, and then I get there's a lady. So I live in I live around the corner, and they're telling me about things that sold in the development like 8 months ago. Hey, we can sell your house for $750,000. Like, I'm curious as to why they're sending out stuff that one is completely useless and two is completely not relevant. Like, what is your take on that? Or is that just like, you know, what you're taught to do so I'm a real estate agent, full transparency. I'm a real estate agent also, right? So I have my,
Yeah, but you do what I do. You sell 1 or 2 houses a year just because they fall into your lap.
why I buy a couple houses
Yeah,
because
right.
they fall into my lap. So I don't do it for me, right? Like we always say, become a real estate agent so you can get access to things so you could buy stuff
Sure.
yourself, right? But I still always get this stuff.
Junk. It's called junk.
It's junk. Yeah, I get this junk, and I get really frustrated when I get here's the 5 houses that sold in your development for, you know, 100 or 50 to 75 or even 100,000 more than what it's really worth anymore today, right? Because that was like last year's numbers. It's like, so what's your take on how they do that, or what's the point of that, or the relevance, or?
I personally don't believe in sending tchotchkes to people. That's just not how I work.
Okay.
I think it's something, you know, you got these companies out there and they are always calling realtors saying, send calendars, send a magnet, send a Philly schedule.
So then what do you do to get your business? Like, how do you market?
Conversations.
Okay.
Talk to,
She impresses people who have radio shows and gets on their radio show.
No, because I always hear about like lumpy mail, right? Lumpy mail, send out lumpy mail like once or twice a year because it's fun to open up the stuff, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
so a
curious
lot of
about
our
your
business
take.
comes from past clients, referrals, Google.
Okay.
I have over 650 reviews on Google.
Oh, that's great.
A lot. That's a
Wow.
lot. direct mail. I send out letters.
Okay.
I started something new this year. I'm sending out these large packages that are very detailed for that particular seller, somebody who didn't sell last year in my core areas I'm focusing on that are over 700,000.
Okay.
So, I tell them, like, call me. You'll see that I'm different than everybody else.
You
And
can already tell she's different. One of the number one reasons she's different because she cares. Because she wants to be successful. That was we did a podcast about this the other day, about being successful and I deserve it, right? And that's the thing, right? So if you want to have a business, you have to work your business. She works it. How many houses do you sell a year?
well, last year I did about 117,
107.
Wow.
and
Fantastic.
that was low for me.
That's low for her.
I took
the average real estate
192
agent-
listings.
Average real estate agent does less than 3,
Yeah, like 2 or
right?
3. yeah.
And a good real estate agent does about 25
Okay.
A year.
a year. And she's doing over 100. That's amazing.
Process, systems, people, and knowing what you're doing. It's not the same thing as representing a buyer and representing a seller. They're two completely different businesses. Not that we don't work with any buyers, we do, but I focus on representing sellers. I have more control of that situation, and it allows me to live the life that I want to live. Because I also do take vacations. I went 3 vacations last year. People think, I work 24/7. I do not. I take time. I do podcasts. I come on things like this. I fit it into my life and how I want to live my life. So if I go to Sicily and I went for 3 weeks. I check in, I look at things, whatever, but that's my time. And when I am here in Philadelphia, I'm focused on helping the client and getting them, but also not just helping them, assisting them, but telling them what they need to hear and not what they want to hear, which is being brutally honest with people up front.
So here's a weird question. So you're selling 115 houses and you're selling them in Philadelphia. What's your average sale?
Like 350.
So why don't you
But
move to
that
Bucks
changed.
County and do 50 houses for $2 million?
Proximity is part of it.
Because you live in Philly.
Yeah, but I have a new plan for this year. I'm really focusing on some core areas and higher price points, and also less expired listings. I do a lot of expired. Expired listings are some of the hardest listings to do in the market, and I've excelled at it. And they are the most difficult, probably worse than for sale by owners for sure.
Wow.
And mostly unrealistic, mostly a lot of problem houses, and I've mastered that. And when I entered into the industry in 2004, I couldn't figure out, how do you get these listings? So I found out about expireds 2 years later. I didn't even know. And
That was great for me. I used to love expireds.
yeah, and so I focused.
When I was an active real estate agent many years ago, expireds were my favorite because I would just say how bad I wouldn't even just say how bad their real estate agent was. They would tell me how bad their real estate agent was because it was expired. I'm saying I won't do any of those things. Let me show you how good I can be.
The funny thing is we see it more and more recently. You know why?
Because everybody got unrealistic prices now.
What?
Unrealistic prices. By the way, if you're trying to call in the show, actually, there's somebody trying to call in the show right now who has a really bad connection. So maybe you could just call back on either another phone or maybe not use a Bluetooth or whatever it is, because it's really weird that everybody's there's somebody trying to call in and Glenn's letting me know that somebody's trying to call in. So we're not ignoring you. We're just there's a problem.
So I think what happened is the prices were so high, and some agents think the party is still on.
Yeah.
And the light is off and the music is off.
It's partly the seller too. I mean, how many times have you gone? I can't remember what happened to me. Right, the house is worth $350,000, and the seller says, "I'm selling mine for $400,000 because my room's blue and I just had it painted yesterday." And so my house is worth $400,000. And then what do? Do you list the house for $400,000? Or you try to convince them that the house is only worth $350,000?
So an agent that agree to that, spending their own time. So a good real estate agent that see that it's extremely overpriced won't take the contract. Am I correct?
So that's a kind of debate, because I'm going to tell you that I used to do that, and then many years ago.
How about
then I
we
changed
let Maria answer that question?
it. Yeah, no, but I want to see what she has to say, because I had one.
I'm trying to hear
philosophy
what she's trying to say.
Well, you keep interrupting.
No, because you keep talking. I
You
would
keep
like.
interrupting.
Every day.
Maria,
That's
speak
what's
up.
going on here.
So there's a fine line, because it depends where it is. It depends on the price point. It depends how motivated the seller is to really sell, and if you've been able to uncover what that is. And if not, then you can't take it,
What do you mean uncover what it is?
because not
Why
every
they're trying to
people
sell.
don't tell you the truth.
Yeah, why they want to sell.
They don't tell you. They don't tell you they're bleeding cash. They don't tell you they're getting a divorce or whatever.
Yeah, right.
I mean, all these things. They just don't tell you. Sometimes it takes time to learn the real reason. So you have to decipher. You have to use your best judgment. You have to use your skill. And you really need to feel them out. And one of the new things that is happening because of the new process of the pre-inspection, and we also are ordering title at the time of the listing contract signed, not the agreement of sale, and all these other things we put into place, which is a lot more work on our end up front. So what happens? Our relationship with the client is stickier up front now, because we have to communicate with this inspection and review it and go through it with them, where that generally doesn't happen midstream. So front loading all this, we're able to determine with people like really where they are. Like, and not everybody gives all the information. I'm sure, you've heard this before, but maybe not, but they just don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the answer to the question is, it depends if you take that listing or not. Now, this year, because of my experience last year, I am very, very strict on what I'm going to be working with. Extremely. Because my plan is to double what I did last year without doubling the actual number of units closed. So I have a whole new system, plan, process, and I'm not deviating from it.
That's awesome, actually. So so it's kind of funny, because when you say that and you do it, it actually works. Actually, we have John from New Jersey. What's going on, John?
Hey, how are you? Question for Maria. Can you hear me okay?
Sure.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Hi, John.
How do you feel that AI is going to change your the way of thinking about real estate?
Well, in what aspect do you mean?
Well, everything in simplifying the process. Are more people going to be using AI and not using the realtor, or how do you feel that's going to work?
I think that that's a very difficult thing to use AI and not an actual real estate professional.
At the moment, it's impossible, but in the future, it may be.
Maybe it will be, but I don't know that AI is going to hold your hand and maybe talk to you about all these other issues that come up. There's so many moving parts in a real estate transaction. In fact, even when the best people are involved, sometimes things like crazy. I'll give you something crazy. AI is not fixing this. Okay. Settlement yesterday. We tell the sellers, do not turn off the electricity. Do not turn it off. It has to be on for the walkthrough. Do not shut it off until the next day. Leave it on.
Why even to cut electricity?
Please.
You're in the middle of...
We have a closing. The walkthrough, they go to the walkthrough, electric's off.
I don't get people.
So
Really.
now Pico needs to be called. They say it's on, it's not on. So then I have to send somebody out to the house. And luckily my husband was available. Send him out there. He goes, he says, still not on. He has to put the water on, make sure it's dripping so the pipes doesn't freeze. Then they call back. It's back and forth Pico. They want to do $1,000 escrow agreement for this. This is the buyers. This and that. After we had told the sellers, do not shut it off. Okay. So then my husband leaves. The office calls him back again. Pico says it's going to be on a half hour. Can you sit there for a half hour and wait for it to be on? This sounds like ridiculous, but this is what goes on. This is what goes on all day
Oh, yeah. absolutely.
long. And people don't even really know what goes on. There's so many things, and it's like it's a ton of work. I don't know how AI's doing any of that stuff. I just don't.
So you know what I use AI for? Descriptions.
Yeah, descriptions, we use it, and we
I
make them
actually- You know what I
SEO
actually did on my
friendly.
last one? I actually took the pictures I took, I uploaded the pictures into AI, and I said write a description, and it was dead on. It was great.
Yeah, we use it. We use it every day. I use it to come up with different ideas. I use it to come up with my, my gold standard concierge home selling system.
I love
And
it.
I put it all-
standard concierge home selling system. I love the way that sounds.
Yeah, so I came up with it, and I put all the things I wanted in it, and then it spit out all the stuff to me. Now, of course, it's really important when you're using AI that you know how to prompt it, because
Yeah,
it's
of
all
course.
about the prompting.
Yeah.
And so, yes, can it write certain things? Can it put some systems together for you? But at the end of the day, it's like this. People say to me, well, you're going to put it on the MLS. I go, here's what you don't understand. It's the person behind the person putting it on the MLS is what makes it get sold. I can't say, did they answer, did that agent, did they answer every phone call? Do they have an office who picks up the phone? Did they follow up on every lead that came in for that opportunity for a buyer? Did they put them in a CRM? Did they call them back again? Did they do all these things? This is a real business. This isn't,
This is why there are successful people in business and not successful people in business. I mean, she has a plan. She knows how to follow up with everybody. Let's go over to Deanne in Florida. What's going on, Deanne?
Hi, Larry. How are you?
Good.
Hi,
What's
Maria.
going on?
hey, how you doing?
No, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you. You guys sound amazing on the show. I mean, you have two legends. I'm very excited.
I'm beginning to
But
think I know who this
I wanted
is.
to reach out to Maria.
Is this the mortgage
This is
mom?
Mortgage Mom.
Yeah, it is the mortgage mom. I had a feeling
It
that's who it was. This you used to be on Mark Cumberland's show, because we used to listen to you. Oh my God, please call Mark Cumberland back and beg PHT to put you guys on before me, because I cannot stand Passport Mommy.
No.
Rooting my lead in every day.
No.
And if you guys were before me, at least we have a common ground, right? Imagine a real
The
estate show.
Good Life Real Estate Show.
It would be so much better to have a real estate show before us than hi, I'm Passport Mommy, and I have nothing to do with anything that's on WPHT at all.
Let's sum it up. Let's sum it up and say that we prefer the previous mommy.
Yeah, right. We prefer
would-
the mortgage mom over the Passport Mommy.
We prefer the previous mommy.
Right, exactly. But go ahead, Deanna. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No worries. But no, we are working on getting back on the air.
Oh, that'd be great.
Good News in Real Estate. We were on for 16 years and love it. So we're working on it, Larry.
Oh, please come back. Please.
Very much so.
Please.
I promise. We're doing
Anything
the best
you can
that
do.
we can.
Just make
It's
sure
a
you're
slow
just make sure
process,
you're on
but-
before me though, because I can't stand Passport Mommy. If you come on any other time, I don't care.
I didn't realize you had a problem with Passport Mommy.
Oh my
She's
God!
awful, but
You ever
she's
listen to that show?
No, I'm
She's
kidding.
syndicated. Do you see this? She's syndicated in like 55
Yeah, I know.
out
That's
of
exactly
100
right.
markets.
I know. She's a very smart business person.
No.
She gets people to pay her $1,000 to $2,000 an interview, and then she puts it on the show. It's a brilliant business model. It's just a terrible show. All right, anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Good, Deanna.
Well,
I cut you off. Talk to Maria.
No worries. But speaking of brilliant business women, Maria is one of the best. And, she's a legend, of course. And the information that she can share and help with other agents is priceless. So
Yep.
one of the things I wanted her to share is, as a new agent coming in, Maria, because you are the best of the best, as a new agent coming in, what in this market today, what would be the advice that you would give them?
You need to learn the words. You need to learn the language. You need to show up every day as if you are showing up at Comcast, dress for success, follow a schedule, have a mentor. The AM is the critical time to make your calls. to follow up with people. You should be having 20 conversations a day and building your business every day, Monday to Friday. Focusing on your weekends for showings or doing open house, doing everything that you can, because in the beginning, the most important thing is to get that momentum. And you need the reps to get the momentum. And from the reps, you build confidence. And as you build confidence, you start to succeed. And then once you start to succeed, you want to succeed more. And you just keep on going, keep on going. But it is a full-time commitment to do this. And it requires a lot of effort, but know that you are in an industry where it's an amazing opportunity because you can decide how much money you want to make. You can decide you want to have, in this business too, the riches are in the niches. So that's why I worked with expired listings for forever. You get so good at one thing. You focus on it. First-time home buyers, whatever it is, first-time home sellers. But you got to get with the right people. And you have to go with a leader who is actually doing the work and not just talking the talk, but they're walking the walk.
Awesome advice. Awesome advice. And I think
Awesome.
it's good advice for any business owner. Any business owner. If you're going to go into any business whatsoever, you need to know the business. You need to live the business. You need to be the business. Even investor schooling, right? So I run investor schooling, and I always make the joke, and it's not even a joke. It's actually true. I work 80 hours a week to teach people how not to work 40 hours a week, right?
Yes.
And that's what I do because I enjoy it. It's my life. It's what I love. It's what I love to do. I love to help people make more money. I love to help people learn everything.
It's awesome. I love I love learning still. I still love learning, and you could always learn.
Yeah,
and you got great people here to learn from.
So
All
that's
right,
the
Deanne.
second time
Okay.
in 2 days that I've heard the riches are in the niches. I heard that yesterday for the first time, and I'm like,
the
that's
what?
the riches are in the niches.
Oh, the original, yeah.
I've never heard that before, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you, today was the second
Yeah,
time in
absolutely.
2 days
Yeah.
I've heard that, which is pretty
Absolutely.
interesting.
It's a great thing. It's exactly right. That's why, investor schooling, we're the number one brick and mortar financial education center in the country, right? We have a niche. Now, there are other people teaching financial education, but no one has a brick and mortar site, and no one does it, as seriously as we do it. I mean, most of it is most of the time it's either a network of people doing it or somebody doing it. I sold a house once and now I'm going to be a coach. I mean, please, we've been doing this for years. We've been teaching real estate for years. We've been teaching stock options for years, and that's why we're so good at it. Because we have a niche. And by the way,
Exactly.
talk about
And
women.
your place is impressive.
Well, thank you. You talk about women who
Very
You
impressive.
talk about women leaders. Debbie is president of Investor Schooling. We made her president of Investor Schooling this year. So if you guys want to do a women leader thing,
Let's do it.
Make sure you bring Dr. Deb in.
All right.
Let's do it.
So you should do like a women
That would be
leader
great. Yes.
show. Actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we have the three of you do your own show, and you call it the Women Leaders Show?
I'm in. I'm ready.
With clothes?
What?
With clothes,
clothes?
yes, with clothes.
Really? Is that what you went? Where you went with this?
I have issues.
God.
There we go. We can do women and women.
Stop
women
with the
and-
hands. Stop with the hands.
Women leaders
Yeah, it
in a lingerie
It
show.
hasn't happened yet, Maria. I'm actually surprised it took this long for him to go off this way. Deanne, we love you. Thanks so much. I want to go to the next caller, but thank you so much.
Bye, Deanne.
All right.
Thank
You
you.
got it. Thank you.
ya.
Thank you.
See ya. Don, what's going on?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Tell us what's going on, man.
I've listened to your show for many years. I started listening when you had a different co-host.
Yeah, Phil, when he was here, sure.
But I listen, because I find it entertaining and informative to some, I'm not a big investor by any means. But what I wanted to do was in the fall, you guys were talking about silver, or maybe it's December somewhere, and you said you thought it was going to go up to $100 an ounce.
Yep.
And just at that time, I have maybe 50 ounces that I'm saving to cash in for traveling. I want to travel the country.
Nice.
And when you said that, I decided to hold off.
All right.
And I'd have cut it loose at like $30 or something. And it was up to 115. I think it's down to 80 or so.
Yeah, it's 85
but
right
I'm
now.
going to watch it a bit, but I wanted to thank you for saying that.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Because I believed you.
See that? I'm
It's just the way
very
you
good at
said
what
it.
I do.
Thought, you know what? Right. And I just wanted to thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome.
You can come to investor schooling and see how annoying it is to be around a person that is right
all the time.
He's right all the time.
All the time.
So you can go to
Larry's
investor
always
schooling.
right 100% of the time.
You can go to investorschooling.com and be annoyed with us. Come on.
Yeah, so you should come to investorschooling.com. I could tell you all the other things I'm going to be right about, too. All right, Don, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. So, Maria, you got about a minute. Why don't you tell everybody again how they could reach you and how to spell your name?
Thank you, Larry. It's Maria Quattrone. Quattrone. You can call me direct on my cell phone at 215-694-3903. You can email me at maria@callmq.com. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I have a YouTube channel, Maria Quattrone. You can find me on there. I got like 2,700 videos or something.
2,700 videos?
I do. Wow. Yes. So always excited to share with others and be in contribution. And
you love it when people are dedicated.
Absolutely. That's why she's here.
Awesome.
Imagine me bringing a real estate agent on. She's got to be somebody special, right?
Exactly.
Right? I mean, it's like,
we were worried for a second.
Right. I mean, it's like lawyers. I only bring in good lawyers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or judges, right?
Or judges, correct.
We have to bring Judge Ed back.
Yes, we do.